Hey guys, what's today? Thursday? Boop boop, happy Thursday. First of all, I think it was like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. I was like happy hump day and it was Thursday. Y'all didn't even correct me. Y'all just let me be loud and wrong. I thought we was closer than that, okay? But anyway, hello guys. Welcome. First of all, thank y'all so much for my birthday wishes on Tuesday. It was my birthday, my 30th birthday. I know, dirty 30. I know, I feel so old. Not really. Someone said I still look 12 years old. That was rude. I'm 13 and a half, ma'am. Okay? But anyway, yes, I just turned 30 on Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. I had a wonderful time. I had a ball. I didn't really do too much. Just had like a low-key dinner with my husband. And yeah, that's probably all we're going to do this year. And then definitely for like next year, we're probably going to like do it up. Probably like go to the strip club. Y'all come with me? If I go to the strip club next year, will y'all come with me in Atlanta? So it's going to be crazy. Y'all gonna come? All right, cool. All right, so like I said, welcome to Thursday's NCLEX Jeopardy. If you guys have downloaded the NurseSam app, you can also play along with the game that we're going to play since it is the same question. So I just want to put that up there so you can kind of play along since we don't have the blue screen in front of us. I want to give you guys the option to either play along or after we get finished with this, you guys go back and play. It's completely free. Just download the NurseSam app. And then go to NCLEX Prep and then play the NCLEX Jeopardy mobile game. It's exclusive to the NurseSam app. I think it's 25 questions this week, and we're going to go through about like 10 or 15 on live, and then you guys are going to do the rest on your own or with like some friends, family, whatever, co-workers to help you practice those NCLEX style questions. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yay, I love NCLEX Jeopardy. Yeah, some natural son says she's not coming with me to the strip club. That is funny. Everybody else said they coming. Okay, cool. All right now. A year from now, I'm like, all right, y'all, we going to insert strip club here. Y'all better show up. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and pull up NCLEX Jeopardy. First of all, if this is your first time in NCLEX Jeopardy, hello and welcome. If this is your second, third, however many times, welcome back to NCLEX Jeopardy. Okay, I am Nurse Sam. I am the creator and founder of NurseSam Global Media. I created NCLEX Jeopardy about a year ago because I wanted us to practice NCLEX style questions in a fun and a not overwhelming way. I know me personally, I struggled with test anxiety and a lot of anxiety during nursing school. So a lot of my study tactics would be around like pretty much fun, just because everything else was just so overwhelming and just so like just daunting. It just made everything just like an walking anxiety attack and panic attack basically. So I just wanted to incorporate some fun and just some lightheartedness into nursing since it's always just literally life or death. So I just wanted to just incorporate some joy, and that's basically what I do with NurseSam Global Media. I create creative study guides and resources for nursing students just like you, so you guys can survive and thrive in nursing school and have some fun studying. Okay, so for the NCLEX Jeopardy, like I said, I just wanted to do something where we reviewed NCLEX style questions, but in a way that wasn't so overwhelming. We did it in a lighthearted way. So how we play is I'm going to read the questions, I'm going to read the answer choices. You guys are going to answer in the comments and you put what is, just like true Jeopardy style. You're going to put what is and then whatever the answer is. Like I said, if you have the app, you can go ahead and play along. We have 5 categories this week: maternity, peds, developmental stages, mental health, and complex care. Okay, those are our 5 categories. We have 5 questions per category, each worth 100. One's worth 100 points. It's 100 through 500 points each question. So we're gonna go through a few here on live, and then like I said, I'm gonna let you guys take over and play with yourselves, or play and play NCLEX Jeopardy by yourselves or with somebody else or your core host, just so you can practice playing. All right, so first question, like I said, I'm going to read it. You guys are going to answer. If you guys are ready, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, just go ahead. Natural Sandra, hush now. So I'm just going to read the question. You guys are going to make sure you put what is in the comments and whatever the answer is going to be. So let's go ahead and start with mental health, okay? We're going to do mental health for 200 just because I like to just start off spicy, all right? All right, the question reads, a moderately depressed client who was hospitalized 2 days ago suddenly begins smiling and reporting that the crisis is over. The client says to the nurse, I'm finally cured. Based on the client's behavior and statement, which intervention should the nurse include in the plan? Question mark. All right, the answer choices are 1, suggesting a reduction of medication. 2, allowing increased in-room activities. 3, increasing the level of suicide precautions. Or 4, allowing the client off-unit privileges as needed. What is our answer? Remember, this is mental health for 200, just in case you missed the question. I'm going to read it again, okay? Mental health for 200. A moderately depressed client who was hospitalized 2 days ago suddenly begins smiling and reporting that the crisis is over. The client says to the nurse, I'm finally cured. Based on the client's behavior and statement, which intervention should the nurse include in the plan? Once again, those answer choices are 1, suggesting a reduction of medication. 2, allowing increased in-room activities. 3, increasing the level of suicide precautions. And then 4 is allowing the client off-unit privileges as needed. What is our answer? Let's see. I'm seeing like lots of 3s. 3s. I'm seeing like 2s or 3s, so let's see what that answer is. The answer is what is 3. So awesome job. Let me see who said 3. Good job. Fabulous Fran, I think. Afrian. Good job. TSW, Mia, Danny, Nursing School Chronicles, Belle, Natural Sandra. Awesome job, guys. So great job to everybody who said 3, which was increasing the level of suicide precautions. Now, the rationale says a client who is moderately depressed and has only been in the hospital for 2 days is unlikely to have such a dramatic cure. When a depression suddenly lifts, it is likely that the client may have made the decision to harm herself or himself. Suicide precautions are necessary to keep the client safe. The remaining options are therefore incorrect interpretations. All right. So remember, just going back to the question, we had a moderately depressed client just after 2 days was like, the crisis is over and I'm finally cured. Now that's just dramatic. It really went from like 0 to 60 in such a short amount of time. 2 days isn't really, like the rationale said, 2 days isn't that long of a time to go from moderately depressed to, girl, I am just chilling. Nah. So usually when it's that abrupt of a shift, it's because they've made an abrupt decision, usually to harm themselves or end their life. So usually when they have made that decision, and they've become at peace with it. So usually, the depression semi-lifts because they've made peace with the decision that they are going to harm themselves or worse. So then they start doing things like, they're taking it a step further, then they start like, trying to give away their things or tie up loose ends. So those are things that you can kind of look out for. Make a note of that, and so you can kind of read up on suicide precautions and the manifestations, signs, and symptoms of someone who may be suicidal right after a moderately depressed episode. Okay? Also, if you guys need extra help and are struggling with mental health, please follow Morgan San Diego. She is a mental health nurse practitioner. She is amazing. She usually comes and says hi over here in NCLEX Jeopardy. We love her over here. So if you guys need extra help and need an awesome resource for mental health nursing, please reach out to Morgan San Diego. All right, so great job, guys. Next question. All right. Now let's do peds for 100. All right, we're doing peds for 100. Okay. If you guys are just coming, oh, someone said, can you pin her at name? Hold on, let me see. Morgan San Diego. I hope that was her full. I really hope that's her full name. If not, I'll make sure I put it in the in my stories. All right, so once again, if you guys are just coming in, hello, this is NCLEX Jeopardy. I am Nurse Sam. We are doing our NCLEX style review, but just in a Jeopardy style to make it more fun. I am definitely going to be reading the next question. It is pediatrics for 100 points. Okay, the question reads, the nurse is providing home care instructions to the parents of a 10-year-old child with hemophilia. Which sport activity should the nurse suggest for this child? Thank you, Natural. Yeah, which sport activity should the nurse suggest for this child? Is it 1, soccer, 2, basketball, 3, swimming, 4, field hockey? All right, I'm gonna read it once again. The nurse is providing home care instructions to the parents of a 10-year-old child with hemophilia. Which sport activity should the nurse suggest for this child, for this 10-year-old child with hemophilia? You see, you gotta put it all together sometimes. You gotta see what the question's asking. All right, find the solution, and then answer the question. Okay, so the answer choices are, once again, soccer, basketball, swimming, field hockey. Let's see what our answer choice is. And let me see what you guys are saying. I'm saying a bunch of threes, which is swimming. I'm seeing lots of threes. All right, let's see what the answer is. And it is, what is 3, which is swimming. Yes. First of all, do you guys know what hemophilia is? All right. Can anybody tell me what hemophilia is? Write it there in the comments. I'm going to explain it, but go ahead and write it in the comments as well. All right, hemophilia refers to a group of bleeding disorders resulting from a deficiency of specific coagulation proteins. All right, children with hemophilia need to avoid contact sports. I'm going to say it one more time. Children with hemophilia, write this down. Children with hemophilia need to avoid contact sports and take precautions such as wearing elbow and knee pads and helmets with other sports. Why do they need to avoid contact sports? Because with hemophilia, they have a bleeding disorder, which makes them have prolonged bleeding. All right, prolonged bleeding. If they have any type of direct sport, or they're playing some type of direct contact sport, and they're having a bleeding, excessive bleeding issue, that's not good. Okay, all they have to do is just get a little tap, just a little bit too hard, and touch football. Internal bleeding, not good. Okay, so if we have a child that's having a bleeding disorder, you want to make sure they're avoiding any type of contact sport or anything to where they can get bruised, hit, any type of injury, because with that hemophilia, the smallest of cuts, the smallest of injuries can result in massive blood loss. And because of that deficiency of that coagulation protein, they don't hemophilia patients don't clot as normally as other patients do, so they bleed longer. They're at risk for what's it called, not septic shock, blood volume loss. What's the word I'm looking for? Brain fog. Say it with me, guys. Shock, hypovolemic shock. Thank you. So the risk of dying from hypovolemic shock is much greater. So we want to make sure that children with hemophilia need to avoid contact sports. So out of the choices that we have, soccer, basketball, swimming, field hockey. Soccer is a no-go. Okay, basketball is a no-go, and field hockey is a definite no-go. Those are just super contact sports. So swimming is the, I guess, safest sport activity for that child. No direct contact. Okay, so safe activity for them is going to be swimming. Let me look at what you guys are saying. Thank y'all. Hypovolemic. Y'all know what I was trying to say. I appreciate you. Okay, so great job, guys. Yep, lack of clotting factors. Perfect. Oh, great job. All she knows is hustle. Non-contact sports is best due to bleeding precautions. Great job. All right, so make sure you guys put a star next to that. And remember that for next time. Let's go on to our next question. And let's go to maternity. Let's go to maternity and let's do 400 points, okay? Because I like to spice it up. All right, so which purposes of placental functioning should the nurse include in a prenatal class? Select all that apply. All right, so select all that apply. You guys know what that means. I'm going to read all the answer choices. Usually select all that apply has more than 4 answers. It usually has between 5 and 6 answer choices. And the thing with select all that apply, the curse that we all hate, is that it can be anywhere between 1 correct answer and as many as all 6 correct answers, depending on how many answer choices there are. So it can be as little as 1 or as many as all 5 or 6 or however many. The other part about select all that apply is that if you get 1 wrong, if you get partial of the answer, partial answer correct, you don't get partial credit. All right, so it's either you get it all correct or you get none correct. So we hate select all that apply. So anyway, let's go back to this question, which is a select all that apply. We have 5 answer choices here, and like I said, it can be as little as 1 answer that's correct or as many as all 5. So I'm going to read the question again and then the answer choices. Question says, which purposes of placental functioning should the nurse include in a prenatal class? Select all that apply. 1, it cushions and protects the baby. 2, it maintains the temperature of the baby. 3, it is the way the baby gets food and oxygen. 4, it prevents all antibodies and viruses from passing to the baby. Or 5, it provides an exchange of nutrients and waste products between the mother and developing fetus. Who's saying congrats to? Yay! Yay, Chantel! Oh my gosh, yay! Congratulations! Wait, hold on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hold on. I'm pinning that comment, girl. Yes! Congratulations, Chantel. Sorry. So you said she passed her NCLEX. Congratulations. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, all right, let me read that question one more time. We had to go and celebrate my girl, Chantel. Congrats again. All right, so we're trying to figure out the purposes of placental functioning. All right. Which purposes placental functioning should the nurse include in a prenatal class? All right, this is select all apply. We have 5 answer choices, trying to figure out which one and or all 5 are all correct. Okay, 1 is it cushions and protects the baby. True or false? 2 is it maintains the temperature of the baby. True or false? 3 is it is the way the baby gets food and oxygen. 4 is it prevents all antibodies and viruses from passing to the baby. And 5 is it provides an exchange of nutrients and waste products between the mother and developing fetus. Okay, so we're trying to figure out, of those 5, what are the correct answers? All right, remember, it can be as little as 1 of them or as many as all 5. Yay! Someone said I don't like select all apply. I know I do not like select all apply. Okay, guys, I am looking at your answers, and the correct answer is 3 and 5. 3 and 5. And because this is select all apply, if you got anything other than just 3 and 5, unfortunately you got it wrong. I know. So if you got like 1, 3 and 5, unfortunately you still got it wrong. But if everyone that chose 3 and 5, you got it correct. Great job. Let me see who you are. Wait for Unknown Beauty. Unknown Beauty always coming through. Hey, boo. TSW, I see you. Great job. Oh. See, it got us. It got us. A lot of people chose 3 and 5, but they also chose 1, which was it cushions and protects the baby. Now let's go and read the rationale. So it says the placenta provides an exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste products between the mother and fetus. So that's why 5 was correct. Okay, that was number 5. It says the amniotic fluid surrounds, cushions, and protects the fetus and maintains the body temperature of the fetus. All right, so not the placenta, but the amniotic fluid is that cushion and that protection for the baby. So 1 and 2 are out. Okay. It says nutrients, medications, antibodies, and viruses can pass through the placenta. So that number 4 is out, because number 4 says it prevents all antibodies and viruses from passing to the baby, and that's actually false. So the correct answer, once again, that is true for placental functioning, is that it is the way the baby gets food and oxygen, and it provides an exchange of nutrients and waste products between the mother and the developing fetus. Okay. For those that chose 1, which was it cushions and protects the baby, that is the amniotic fluid. Okay, that's what does that. Let me look and see what you guys are saying. Someone said that moment. That's okay. Practice makes perfect. Because when you get into your nursing program, I'm going to be right here. I'm going to be like, she got into a nursing program, and that's okay. Because she was right here at NCLEX Jeopardy before she got in, doing her Jeopardy and doing her business. So we have super faith in you. You'll be fine. But let me know when you get into your program, girl. Period, sis. Hi. Hey. Okay. So did that make sense as far as what I just described as far as placental functioning and amniotic fluid? I hope so. If not, replay. All right, let's do another one. Let's do complex care, and let's do it for 300. So this is the question that was actually in my stories and on my Instagram feed. All right, so it says the nurse is monitoring a client with a head injury for signs of increased intracranial pressure. The nurse would note which trend in vital signs if the intracranial pressure is rising. So 1, increasing temperature, increasing pulse, increasing respirations, or decreasing BP or blood pressure. That's all number 1. Number 2 is increasing temperature, decreasing pulse, decreasing respirations, and increasing blood pressure. Number 3, decreasing temp, decreasing pulse, increasing respirations, and decreasing blood pressure. And then number 4, decreasing temp, increasing pulse, decreasing respirations, and increasing blood pressure. We're trying to figure out which trend of vital signs would the nurse most likely note if the intracranial pressure was rising. Okay, so I'm seeing lots of 2s, which was, I'm going to read number 2 again. 2 was increasing temp, decreasing pulse, decreasing respirations, and increasing blood pressure. Remember, we're trying to find the vital sign trend for if a patient was were to have increasing or rising intracranial pressure. Okay. All right. Once again, we're monitoring a client with a head injury or with a head injury. We're monitoring for signs of increased intracranial pressure. All right. Quick little side note, just because y'all know I make sure I get y'all together no matter what. Drop one quick sign or symptom of increased intracranial pressure. Type it in the comments. Just give me one sign/symptom of increased intracranial pressure. Just type one in the comments for me, just so I can know that you guys comprehend. Y'all know what y'all looking for. If y'all were looking for signs of increased intracranial pressure, what would you be looking for in that patient? Someone said headache, increased BP, confusion. Thank you so much. Thank you. Decreased level of consciousness, change of mental state. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. So the correct answer for the vital sign trend is 2. All right. So great job to everyone that said 2, and a lot. I think everybody has said 2. So Unknown Beauty, Chantel, Miss Nana C, Asia Bella, All She Knows Is Hustle, Kenzie, Miss Fabulous, Nursing School Chronicles. Great job, guys. And everyone that dropped, Cushion's Tribe. Good one. All right. I'm currently in LPN school. I have 7 months to go. You go, girl. Yes, bless Kai. All right, so once again, the answer was number 2. A change in vital signs may be a late sign of increased intracranial pressure, but those trends will include increased temperature and blood pressure and decreased pulse and respirations. Those respirations may also be irregular too, but for the most part, when we have increased intracranial pressure, okay, our temperature is going to go up. All right, our blood pressure is going to go up. Our pulse is going to go down, and our respiration is going to go down. Absolutely. Someone said bradycardia, decreased pulse, and decreased respirations. Absolutely. So, good job, guys. All right. So everyone that's saying all these signs and symptoms, if someone says one that you missed, just write it down so you know, just in case you see it on the next test or next exam. Somebody just said they just had a question on increased intracranial pressure, and we have it again. So a lot of these questions, they repeat itself. So that's why repetition and going over these questions, that's why I go over it weekly and make sure you guys have weekly questions to go over, because eventually they just recycle. And, you know, there's only so much they can ask you about increased intracranial pressure. It's either going to increase or decrease. So you have to know which way it's going to go and what it's going to look like if it's going up or down. So repetition is going to really get that in your brain. Okay, so great job with number 2. With that question, the answer was number 2. Next question. Let's see what we haven't done. We haven't done developmental stages. Cool. The nurse is caring for a terminally ill client who is unresponsive to verbal stimuli. The client's spouse asks her if the client's spouse asks if her husband can still hear her. Which is the best response by the nurse? 1, why do you want to know that? 2, I don't know the answer to your question. 3, assume that your husband can still hear you. Or 4, your husband is unresponsive. He can't hear you anymore. Let me look. See what you guys are saying. Yes, they do. These packets work for students that are also in school for RN, because we go over general nursing school information that all nurses, LPNs, and RNs have to go over at some point in their career. All right, once again, I'm going to read that question one more time. The nurse is caring for a terminally ill client who was unresponsive to verbal stimuli. The client's spouse asks if her husband can still hear her. What is the best response by the nurse, aka you? 1, why do you want to know that? 2, I don't know the answer to your question. 3, assume that your husband can still hear you. Or 4, your husband is unresponsive. He can't hear you anymore. Someone said never ask why questions. I know, right? Can my husband still hear me? Why do you want to know? Girl, I will slap you. I wish somebody would. But anyway, I think it's safe to say that number 1 is not the answer. Can we just all agree that 1, which is why do you want to know that? Not only is that rude as hell, but that's just incorrect. You never want to ask a why question. Especially when a family member is asking you a why question. Be like, hey, why are you doing this? Why? Do you want to know? You sound guilty. All right, so yes, like I said, we can already agree that 1, which is why do you want to know that, is out. That is not an appropriate response almost at any point. 2 says, I don't know the answer to your question. 3 is assume that your husband can still hear you. And 4 is your husband is unresponsive. He can't hear you anymore. The correct answer is, what is 3? Which is assume that your husband can still hear you. When a client is approaching death, first of all, okay, I think I was just about to answer it. When a client is approaching death, hearing is usually the last thing to go. So telling the spouse that you don't know or that the husband cannot hear her anymore, due to that unresponsive is it's incorrect. All right, because like I said, hearing is the last thing to go. So even if they aren't responding to the verbal stimuli, does not mean that they cannot hear. Asking the spouse why she wants to know is just non-therapeutic and rude as fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much self-explanatory. Can we agree? Let me look and see. 1 is totally out. Yes, hearing is the last to go. Absolutely. I remember that from working in rehab. All right, next question. And like I said, for you guys that are just coming in, if you guys missed it by any chance, these exact questions are available on the NCLEX Jeopardy mobile game on the NurseM app. So if you just download the NurseM app for free, go to the Apple or Google Android stores, download the NurseM app, go to NCLEX Prep, and you'll be able to play this week's episode / game of NCLEX Jeopardy, the mobile version. So you can just play on your phone while you're watching Love and Hip Hop or while you're watching Law and Order tonight. You can just get your practice in. We're going over some of the questions here, but there's 25 questions in total for this week's review. So you can definitely, I think we've only gone over like 5. You have 20 more to go over, okay? All right, so let's go over one more, and then I'm gonna let you guys have the rest of that when you download the app and just play the rest of the 25 questions. So now let's close it off with, hold on, what do I want to close it off with? No, I'm going to close it off with this one. Cool. All right, let me look and see what you guys are saying, just in case. Is your stuff also for CNA? The stuff's for nursing students. I'm not saying that, like, with CNA school that they don't study some of the same things. I just know for nursing school specifically, and the nursing exam, the NCLEX, that's what this is made for. If any of the information overlaps, that's awesome. You have all the right to use it if you want to, but I just this is made specifically for nursing students in the NCLEX exam. So I don't want to say, you know, and encourage other specialties to get it if it's not going to be exactly what you're looking for. So if it overlaps, awesome, but it's made specifically for nurses. All right, guys, last question. Okay, it says a pregnant client tells the clinic nurse that she wants to know the sex of her baby as soon as it can be determined. The nurse informs the client that she should be able to find out the sex at 12 weeks gestation because of what factor? Is it 1, the appearance of the fetal external genitalia? 2, the beginning of differentiation in the fetal groin? 3, the fetal testes are descended into the scrotal sac? Or 4, the internal differences in males and females becomes apparent? All right. Once again, this is maternity for 200 points. But we have a pregnant client in our clinic, okay, who wants to know the sex of her baby as soon as it can be determined. The nurse, aka us, aka me, we are informing the client that she should be able to find out the sex at 12 weeks gestation because of what factor? Because why? Is it 1, the appearance of the fetal external genitalia? Is it 2, the beginning of the differentiation in the fetal groin? Is it 3, the fetal testes are descended into the scrotal sac? Or is it 4, the internal differences in males and females become apparent? I talk with my hands, that's why I went like this. Someone said 1. I'm seeing ones. Which is the appearance of the fetal external genitalia. And the answer is, what is 1? Awesome job. Let's see who got that. So 1 is, the appearance of the fetal external genitalia. Coco Z, good vibes. The Capricorn, Miss Nana, nursing school, Unknown Beauty. Great job, guys. So yes, it says sex differentiation begins in the embryo during the 7th week. Female and male external genitalia are indistinguishable until after the 9th week. Distinguishing characteristics of female and male genitalia appear around the 9th week and are fully differentiated by the 12th week. By the end of the 12th week, the external genitalia of the fetus have developed to such a degree that the sex of the fetus can be determined visually. Testes descend into the scrotal sac at the end of the 38 weeks. Okay, so once again, yes, the answer is 1, the appearance of the fetal external genitalia. Let's go back as far as, let's touch on the important ones. Important facts. Sex differentiation begins in the embryo during the 7th week. Distinguishing characteristics of female and male genitalia appear around the 9th week. And are fully developed by the 12th week. Okay. And then remember, testes descend to the scrotal sac at the end of the 38th week, since that was the question. So yes, the answer is 1. Great job to those of you who got it. Good job. All right, guys. So once again, that was NCLEX Jeopardy. We just went over maybe like 5 or 6 questions, give you guys kind of like a taste of how we do NCLEX Jeopardy. If you want to continue playing the rest of those 20 questions completely for free, download the Nurse Sam app. Go ahead and go to the App Store. Go to the link in my bio and click where it says download the app. It's completely free. You can go to NCLEX Prep inside the app and then play NCLEX Jeopardy Mobile, where you can have your NCLEX style questions in a fun and Jeopardy style way, just like we just did just now. Okay, I will be putting this replay up for you guys, since it was not that long. Let me look and see what else you guys are saying. Okay, and just because I have you guys, I want to let you guys know now. All right, make sure that you do at least one of the two things: that you're subscribed to my text list and or email list, and you have downloaded the app before tomorrow. Make sure you at least subscribe to the text list and or download the Nurse Sam app for free before tomorrow. Okay, I'm warning you now. I'm warning y'all now. Okay, just know that some gems are dropping. All right, some sweet sales, super discounts. If y'all missed the $9.70 sale from July, you will be very upset if you do not subscribe to the SMS text by tomorrow. Because if you miss this Black Friday extravaganza, you're going to punch yourself in the face. You're going to want to punch yourself in the face. I'm going to tell you this now. Okay? You're not going to want to miss it because you're going to have FOMO like a bitch. Okay? All right? So make sure you are texting. Wait, let me get that text number now. All right, so text the word, you go to my link in bio, or you can go ahead and text the word nurse to 856-283-2305. Okay? Once again, text the word nurse to 856-283-2305. Please text this before tomorrow and definitely before Monday, so you do not miss out on this wonderful Black Friday extravaganza that we have coming up. But it's going to be very hush. The only people that are going to know about it before the rest of the people know about it is the people on the SMS list and the people with the app. So make sure you download the app or subscribe and text nurse to 856-283-2305 so that you are in the know and that you get the notifications of when these Black Friday sales drop, and you are the first to know. Okay, so thank you so much. Pin you again, girl. Yes. All right, so let me go back and through your comments and see. Someone said, this made me feel like I'm ready to take the NCLEX. Good, Miss Nana, good. That's our job. That is our job. That's definitely where I go. I like to make these NCLEX Jeopardies feel like it's like almost like a study party. And that's literally what I did in nursing school. Like, whenever we would have tests, I'm telling y'all, like, my place was the place to go for study parties. Like, I threw the best study parties, okay? We would have our diagrams, because I would be really cool with the nursing school lab people. So they'll let me take like the diagrams like home and like take it home or whatever. And we will order pizza. We'll have drinks on drinks on drinks. Hookah. And we're just like having this wonderful study party. And look, all of us passed. We had a great time. So that's what I like to kind of incorporate into my NCLEX Jeopardies, and just try to bring those study parties to you guys, since we had such a blast with them when I was in nursing school. Let me bring it back to you guys, okay? All right, guys. So once again, do not forget to text nurse to 856-283-2305 so you get the first notification for the Black Friday deals. And make sure you download the Nurse Sam app and play the rest of the mobile NCLEX Jeopardy, the rest of the 20 questions from tonight's episode. All right, I will see you guys next week. Have a great day.